So, I recently bet on my first college football game last week, and up until then, I had never bet actual real money on a football game. I put a little bit of green on the Tennessee Vols over Alabama, just a straight up money line bet. And yeah, I look a little stupid now, but imagine if Tennessee had beaten Alabama. Big money. So I've never actually bet money on a Miami Hurricanes game. We've done lots of other things, Pokemon cards and t-shirts and, stupid little skits and dares and stuff like that, but never actual cold hard cash. But you know what? That changes today. At the end of this video, I'm going to be placing a bet on the Miami versus Pitt game on FanDuel.com, just so you guys know it's legit. So I'm going to record the whole thing. No, this video isn't sponsored by FanDuel.com. If they call me up, bro, if they're looking for somebody to sponsor, but it's not officially sponsored by them. I just like their interface, and that's who I've started using. But I'm not going to reveal who I'm putting my money on just yet. That's right. I'm going to put my money on the line for this game. But you're going to have to watch this video all the way until the end when I give my official score prediction, and then I will put my money on the line. I'll see you there. What's going on, Canes fans, and welcome to week number 9 of the college football season, and boy has it been a wild ride so far. This Saturday at noon Eastern, the 3-4 unranked Miami Hurricanes, did I really need to say unranked? 3-4, come on Coop, are taking on the 6-1, number 17 ranked Pittsburgh Panthers at Heinz Field. Now, even though the Canes took down the number 18 ranked NC State Wolfpack last week, not many people are giving Miami a very good chance of winning this game, let alone even competing with Pitt. However, this Miami Hurricane squad is hoping to ride the momentum train after a big-time victory when also many people counted them out. And these young guys are getting more and more confident as they're receiving more snaps. Honestly, guys, if I'm just being straight up with you, I think that Tyler Van Dyke just needs to talk some mad smack before this game too.
I don't think they can really stop him.
Because it worked last week. Now, as many of you probably already saw, Bubba Bolden will miss this game and the remainder of the college football season due to a shoulder injury. He's going to actually have surgery on that shoulder. And we all know that Miami has been plagued by injuries this season, but it's given an opportunity for some of the young guys to step up and get more snaps. And a lot of these guys in this class, people are very high on and confident in. So be prepared to see some more younger guys get some burn and some snaps at the safety position starting this week. Now, speaking on Pitt for a moment, they truly probably are, if I'm being completely honest here, the best team in the ACC in 2021. They did have that weird, freaky, unexplained loss to Western Michigan early in the season, but other than that, it's been pretty smooth sailing. The Panthers even took down Clemson last week 27-17, and even though right now it's considered Clemson's down year, could Miami take down Clemson if they played them? It's up for debate, but probably highly unlikely. Pitt is led by super senior quarterback Kenny Pickett. I'm sorry. I really, this whole video, I've been waiting to say super senior because I don't know. It just sounds humorous to me. I mean, that's what it is. But it's just funny for some reason. So Pitt is led by super senior quarterback Kenny Pickett, who has thrown for over 2,200 yards so far this season while completing almost 70% of his passes. He's actually graded out as the best passing quarterback in the country, and it shows because that Pitt offense is very productive and can put up some big-time points. And speaking of points, Pitt's average margin of victory so far in their ACC games this season is 20 points. That's huge. But let's take a moment and look at the overall history between these two teams because I'm over here hyping up Pitt a lot, but overall, Miami actually owns the series 28-11, and the Canes have actually defeated Pitt the last 3 years in a row. Last year during the COVID season, Miami downed Pitt 31-19, but do not forget that Kenny Pickett did not play in that game. So we've been beating around the bush, throwing some numbers out here and there. So let's actually take a moment and let me show you some average stats so far this season for both of these teams. And just keep in mind, as always, that I round the numbers up or down respectively. So no 0.2 or 0.8. And I'm going to put a little graphic image up here on your screen so you can follow along. And just really pay attention to those Pitt numbers in the right-hand column because, wow. So average points per game this season for Miami coming in at 32. Pitt a whopping 45. Points allowed against them per game, Miami 30, which is still pretty respectable, but Pitt at a very respectable 20. Average yards per game so far this season, Miami 433, Pitt 524, and yards allowed against them per game, Miami coming in at 390 and Pitt 319. Now, what's not shown here that I really want to include is average passing yards per game. Miami coming in at 282, but Pitt at a whopping, a massive, a huge 350. It's probably because of that super senior Kenny Pickett. And now let's transition over to 3 keys to a victory for both of these teams. And we're going to kick it off with Pitt. Now, just keep in mind that obviously there are many more keys to a victory in this matchup, things that both of these teams need to accomplish. But these are just 3 that personally stand out to me. So, number 1, Pitt needs to take advantage of having more upperclassmen in the game than the Canes. Now, Miami fans, and myself included, are ecstatic to see younger guys finally getting snaps. But it could create some mismatches in this game, as many of the Pitt players just have more experience under their belt. Number 2, take advantage of the weather. The rain, if it does happen, which right now is looking at around 50 to 60% chance of precipitation, could negatively impact the passing game for both teams. But the slightly colder temps would have more of a negative impact on Miami. Now, yes, I understand that 50-degree temps to some of you are not that cold, but I'm telling you, it is chilly, and yes, it does affect us. Go back over time and look. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's not a game changer unless it's, like 0 degrees and snowing. But it does typically negatively affect Miami. Pitt, gonna be a little more used to it. And lastly, ball security will be very important for Kenny Pickett. I know that he's been good about it since then, but Pickett turned the ball over 3 times in their only loss this season. He threw 1 interception and fumbled the ball twice. So you best believe that Miami will be punching and stripping all week during practice. And now 3 keys to a victory for the Miami Hurricanes in this game. Number 1. If we're going to continue struggling to run the ball, which we still kind of are, Rhett Lashley needs to find other ways to get Jalen Knighton the ball more often. I believe that Rooster proved last week how big of a playmaker he truly is. He's one of the fastest guys on the squad. Find a way to get him the ball. We all saw what he did with that wheel route. Number 2, I truly believe that when it comes down to pure skill and talent level, Miami matches up with Pitt no problem. Now, the issue is that we can't get out-coached. Adjustments will need to be quick and effective. Coaching has obviously been a big issue for us for quite some time. Halftime adjustments for us have also been a big issue, so we just cannot afford to get out-coached in this one. And lastly, don't be afraid to be confident. Now, I realize that might sound a little silly to some of you, but last week our players felt like they were backed into a corner and no one believed in them. Now imagine still being backed into that corner, because just one win doesn't turn everything around, but also believing in yourself and just being more confident overall. Just go out and ball. And if I could take a second and just throw a little bonus one in there for Miami, we need to start out quickly on offense and come out slinging it like we did against NC State. I really liked that tempo and that aggression and pushing the ball upfield. Let's do that again this week. But now it is time for everyone's favorite part of the video, the most anticipated portion of every single Coach Coop preview video, my score prediction for the game. Now, not to pat myself on the back here, but last week, even though I predicted a Miami Hurricanes loss, and I'm thankful that they proved me wrong, we were very close on the score prediction. I had actually predicted a 31-38 Miami Hurricanes loss, and we saw the final score there. So I was off by a combined like 8 points, 7 points. So it was actually pretty close, but I did not get the win and loss correct. I'm not going to pretend like I did. So this week, first, what we're going to do is take a look. I got you, didn't I? We're going to take a look at the ESPN matchup predictor. They have Pitt's win percentage chance coming in at 80.2% and Miami at a measly 19.8%. And the spread has Pitt currently at the time of filming this video as a 9-point favorite. So there's not a lot of belief out there that Miami can pull out this victory. But what is my score prediction for this one? Last week, I just said it. I predicted Miami to lose, and they proved me wrong. They found a way to get it done. But this Pitt team is better than that NC State team that we played last week, and we only won by 1 point. I have the Miami Hurricanes putting up 34, and the Pittsburgh Panthers, oh man, I hope I do not regret this, putting up 31. So believe it or not, I do have the Miami Hurricanes pulling out the dub at Heinz Field on the road against a very, very tough Pitt team. And I want to explain a little bit. I just want to go ahead and tell you that I already see the comments. Go back them up, erase them. I do not want to see them down there because people are going to say, Coop believes. Coop believes in Manny. Coop believes in this team. Miami won one big game against NC State by 1 point, and now all of a sudden Coop thinks the program is turned around and Miami can win out the rest of the season. Bro, it's not that. It's not. But I'm telling you that what makes me a little more confident in this game is Pitt is not unbeatable. There are some areas that I think that we can exploit against them. So we need our coaches to put together a great game plan and scheme for us. But also, I really think that we're on to something with these young guys. Manny's hand has been forced. He's had to play some of these younger guys, and I truly think that a lot of them are special. Now, really one of my biggest concerns for this game would be the defensive line getting continuous pressure and some sacks on Kenny Pickett, especially on the edges. I'm just going to be real. I'm not going to call out any specific players, but I feel like that if we can't do that, then this game could get ugly. But if we can, if we don't get out coached and we can get pressure and sacks on Kenny Pickett and these young guys are able to continue to fight and play well like they did last week, I truly think that we can do this. I do believe that it's a real possibility. So with that being said, while you're typing your score predictions down below in the comment section and telling me how wrong you think that I am, that I believe we can do this, I'm actually going to take you guys over, as promised, to FanDuel.com, which is just where I like to bet. I really don't have a reason why. Like I said, I like the interface. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and bet on my first Miami Hurricanes football game. Now, I'm going to show the whole process, but I'm going to have to block some of it out because obviously I don't want my username out there. I don't want people trying to hack me. I don't want people seeing my card number or, PayPal information or whatever I use to bet. So I'm going to have to block some of it out. So you're just going to have to believe me, but I want to record the whole process so that way people don't think that it's fake. So let me get logged into my account. It's going to have to send me a verification text. So that's the part that you're actually looking at what I'm doing right now, putting in that verification code. And honestly, when I do this, I want you guys to let me know as well, on top of score predictions, if you have ever bet on a college football game. And if you have, who do you use and how do you typically bet? Because I am just learning about betting as of last week. I truly really wasn't super familiar with the over and the under and the parlay stuff and the money line and exactly how all of it worked. So I'm not going to lie. I'm still learning. And maybe you guys are going to make fun of me and you can tell me what I'm doing wrong when I place this bet. But I like the money line bet because it's quick, it's simple, it's just straight up, here's the team that's going to win. So let me navigate and find the Miami Hurricanes. Now you can see I actually have a balance up here already in the top right-hand corner you'll see there. So let's find the Miami Hurricanes game. And here it is. Miami versus Pitt. I'm actually just going to do, like I said, a money line bet. Just straight up. And you probably already saw it. I already had it clicked because I was looking at it. Spoiler alert. I am actually going to take the Miami Hurricanes. Big underdog in this matchup. And you know what? You know what I'm going to do? This may not be a whole lot of money to some of you, but it's a whole lot of money to me. Because to imagine that it's just, yeah, Coop, that's how betting works. I know, but it's just, if Miami doesn't pull this out, poof, it's gone. The money just disappears. So what I'm going to do is drop that cash on the Miami Hurricanes because I do believe that we can pull this one out. And if I'm correct, if this is legit, if it happens, that $150 turns into $450 this Saturday afternoon. So I would say that that's a pretty good payout. I could bump it up and we could go even higher, but my current balance that I have is $150, and I think that makes it quick and simple and easy, and that's a pretty good turnaround. Now, I'm not condoning, I'm not promoting betting. I'm not telling you to do it, and this is not financial advice. So just keep that in mind. But this is what I am going to do for this game. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the green button to place the bet. Total payout once I get it back and everything, because we will be $600. Done. And there it is. I have put $150 on the Miami Hurricanes, just a straight money line bet with a $450 profit. Once I get the $150 back when we win it, $600 total payout. So putting my money where my mouth is. Like I said, if people want to come in the comment section and make fun of me and say, Coop, I drop a stack on Miami every week and this and that. This is literally the second time I've bet on a college football game. So I'm new to this. So I'm trying to ease into it, and I don't want to realistically actually, empty my savings account betting on a game because, it didn't go too well for me last week. So let me know about how you guys bet, if you bet, in the comment section. Leave your score predictions. I'm super hyped and excited about this one to see how the team continues to play after taking down that big NC State. Is it, was it all this extra hype and then we're all just let down this week against Pitt? How did these young guys come out and continue to play with their back still against the wall? It's going to be an exciting matchup. I will be live here on this channel for that Miami Pitt game. I will have links if you need it. It's going to be a good time. Friday, we'll take the phone calls and the score predictions for the $200 contest. It is a wild week. Remember, though, guys, we are all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.